If you let them feed you, you give them permission to starve you, man.
That's a good one.
If you let them feed
Straight up.
You wrote that in that big fast Bible? That's what you wrote in there?
You let them feed you, you give them permission to starve you, man. And you don't give nobody permission to starve you. You don't give nobody permission to take food out your family mouth. You know, and every day you're not building wealth, you giving them the permission to starve you. Every day you're not learning some shit that's gonna change your life, you giving them permission to starve you. Every day you get up and you see this ain't the life you want, you giving them permission to starve you because you ain't working toward changing that shit. And that means you accepting that shit. If you accepting that shit, you can't blame nobody else but yourself. So if you allow them to feed you, giving them permission to starve you, man. Word from the trap. Yeah.
It'd be people that have no plan, that aren't doing anything, are the most distracting.
Right.
They're the ones that speak the loudest because if you're doing something, you don't have time to be worried about somebody else.
Right.
You don't have time for jealousy if you're doing something. You're too tired doing what you're doing.
Right.
So if you're sitting around thinking, that means you should be doing some action.
Right.
So that's your fault. So then the overcompensation comes for blaming somebody else for the reasons why you don't want to move.
That's ill.
You understand what I'm saying?
I feel that.
Sometimes it takes just good energy. Sometimes it takes support. For me to see a person make their vision come into fruition, for me to see a person want a goal and be goal oriented and then command it and then make it take effective form, that it take cojones to do that. And your family not gonna always agree with you. The people around you not gonna always agree with you. So it's gonna take you getting away from people that's not like-minded. So that's the most bravest thing that it is to do, is believe in yourself, because you're going to have to get outside of your element to believe in yourself. A warrior's greatest goal is peace. I'm a man. We separate the men from the mice. Now, I can say this. Please forgive me, because I'm not sorry. Because when you love me, you accept me as I am. Yeah, I am who I am. Who I'm not, I will never be.
What would you say has been your biggest mistake?
Not trusting my instincts. Sometimes, you know, and not to sound sexist, but even just as a man, we so logical and we so driven by logic and so driven by facts that sometimes we can't move without facts. But if you got trust in your gut and you got trust in your instinct, and you learn that as you grow older and you mature, that you sometimes you don't need facts. You can just go off your gut and how you feel about things.
Damn.
You know what I mean? So just being confident in, I don't need confirmation. If I feel it, I trust how I feel. I know my intentions is pure. My instincts is like connection to a higher understanding. You don't need the facts all the time. Just go off how you feel. And so I think that I've learned to listen to my gut and my instincts more and be confident in making decisions off of that.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's true.
The win should be when you have won by your standard, by not someone else's. Because people are generally like insecure, and people generally look the other way. They do things that are illogical, and they all have their own set of problems. So everyone considers a win different. So why would I consider my win something that makes you happy? I'm going to consider my win something that makes me and my family and my kids and my girl happy. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I don't want to look like I'm rich to make you happy. I need to be rich.
Right.
So guys think they're rich because they might have monetary, like very, very like temporary money that they could take care of themselves.
Right.
But that's not rich. Rich is being able to take care of your kids.
Right.
Being able to make it where your generation or the generation after you doesn't have to go through the same problems as you did.
You gotta be cool with like starting off at the beginner level. Like, we gotta be okay with saying, this shit not gonna make me a lot of money right now, but if I keep it up, the shit gonna make me a lot of money. Right? So you think, again, hustling, like, you don't start off the man, you start off selling 2 for 1. I get a nigga $10, nigga give me $2, I sell a $2. I get $2, get a nigga, I will get 4, 2 for 1. Like, I started off like that. And I work my way up. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's how I started. Like,
everything a grind.
Everything gotta be a grind. Like, we wanna change our mind, be like, nope, I wanna invest $100, I want that shit to be $1 million. Bro, that ain't how this shit work, fam. I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's good though to start that way, bank, but then you start, okay, this shit cool. Now let me go to another level.
It takes fearlessness to be first, you know, to not move with a crowd, to move alone, you know, and you get scrutinized by people that do move with a crowd because they got to make you look bad to make themselves look good. It's all part of the game.
I learned when I was younger, like, you can't put your expectation of me on me. I'm me, you feel me? And you're not going to ever make me feel bad for it. You're not going to, you know, make me react to how you reacting to me. I don't care, I'm me. And if I part of who I am, you know, is disrespectful or is, you know, crossing the line of like basic things, I'm gonna check myself. But you know, we all are individuals. So For you to think my balance or my ratio, I'm 2 this or 2 that, and I ain't got enough of this and enough of that. That's all love. Just keep it to yourself.
Like everybody that hang with me, man, all my partners I deal with on a day-to-day basis, everybody getting cake. Everybody got morals. Everybody got responsibilities. All my partners take care of their whole family, their mamas and daddies, their kids, sisters, everybody. You know what I mean? Absolutely. So like I can't even hang with I can't hang with you. I can't kick it. We can't smoke. We can't do none of that, bro. If you ain't no king, if you don't feel like you no king, cause we ain't gonna see eye to eye.
And I want us to be tasteful. Right. I want us to be evolved. Right. I want us to deal with things like men, not emotion. Right. I want us to really be rich, not look rich. I want us to be friends. I want us to stick together. I want us to take care of our kids. I want us to take care of our women. I want that to be.
It's still about the hustle to me. And regardless of what position you in, you still gotta hustle. You could be the CEO of your company, but you still gotta hustle like you mopping the floors. So that remains the same.
When will it stop for you, if anything? When do you feel that, okay, I could take a little longer vacation than usual?
I mean, I read something that gave me a perspective on that. It's like this whole thing, we look at life like it's about what you can get from life. And I think, I read something, I was like, that's not what it is. You're going to always be unfulfilled if you look at life like that. It's about knowing you're going to leave one day. And, when you leave, the only way you're going to be fulfilled is if you know you gave everything you had.
Really, though.
And you emptied yourself here. And you left it all here because it's temporary and you got a moment, Right. So I think that for me, it's like, I got kids. I got a daughter and a son.
Right.
So, you got to factor in your kids. You can't just all the way commit yourself to your cause.
Right.
You gotta make sure that you're there for your kids. But outside of that, I want to be in this thing until, I'm out of energy, till I don't have nothing left to contribute.
Right.